Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, July 10th. And we got an eviction tomorrow night. We have a show tonight. Tonight's show will have the Power Veto competition, which Sam won. They were doing some with frogs, if I recall. That's about all I remember of the details. Sam won it. Didn't use it. That's tonight's show. Maybe we'll see Jack tell Christy that he got the power, as he told her the other day. So that happened before or after the Power Veto meeting. See, this is all timing thing. Power Veto meeting was Monday. I think he told her Sunday night. Yes, and she told Tommy. So that may make it maybe some showman stuff between Annalise and Jack. What else is up? There's, let's see. Orwell went missing last night, apparently. I think Tommy took it because they think that Cliff has a task that he has to carry Ovi has to carry Orwell around. He doesn't. Should see this morning, sometime later today, early morning, if Cliff does some more cam talking. And if he does Christy overhear it? I don't think I mentioned that. Did I mention that yesterday? I don't think I did, because I was probably on my way to the thing I was going to. I'm not sure. But if I didn't mention it yesterday, on this, Christy overheard, eavesdropped on Cliff camera talking and reported it back to some of the others. Saying that he's kind of targeting people and he suspects people and this and that and the other. It's kind of put Cliff in a bad light. And then also yesterday, Bella, right? Did she do something? She certainly did something yesterday. I can't even remember now. Oh, she told Sam about the 8. There you go, Bella. And she's trying to start an alliance. Who is it? Bella, Nick, Sam, Christy, and Tommy. You think that's the alliance that they were working on? I have no idea if that's a serious alliance or not. Or at least I don't know who in that group considers that a serious alliance. I would think Sam does, and I think Bella might. But I don't know if Nick and Tommy do. Well, not Nick. Nick may as well, but I don't know if Christy and Tommy do. But they're in it. Or they're willing people in the room when the discussion's going on. So that's that happened last night. So that's a 5-person alliance. Again, I'm not sure how legit it is. All I know is that Christy and Tommy are in it, and that helps their cause. As long as there are alliances forming, if Christy and Tommy are in the middle of them, then they're okay, because any particular alliance can fall apart, but if you have other alliances you're in, then hey, what's the big deal? So they're in multiple. They're in 6-person, 8-person, obviously a 2-person, now a 5-person. They've got lots of options, and no one necessarily thinks they are working together, or they don't know their direct connection that they have with each other. All right, what else to talk about? Not a ton, I don't think. I say it every time. I'll talk a little bit about maybe Love Island. Maybe I'll talk about monetizing this CarCast thing that I do. Explain how that's working. Just because you, person listening to this, might be like, how can I make money talking about something I like? Be it Big Brother or something else. So I think at the end of this, I'll try to do that, because I don't have a whole lot to talk about. And I had to figure it out for myself. And not that I'm some big, huge mogul or anything, and I'm certainly not. But, it's interesting to hear these things. You don't find this stuff out there. People don't write about it or talk about it a whole lot. And so I don't mind talking about it. All right, so what else? Kemi is probably going. David had a talk with Holly last night. David is he's letting people think that he might have some kind of powers, but he really doesn't. But he's not denying it. Holly was asking him, can you watch extra things on the TV? And David didn't say no. He said, well, that's an interesting thought. And I'm not going to say yes or no, but I will say that if we did, that would seem like an unfair advantage. So in essence, he kind of said no. David kept hinting that he had information that he would trade with Holly for information. She never really gave him a whole lot. I don't know what information he thinks he has. Ovi and David did talk a little bit late last night about strategy going back into the house. I hope they would do more of that because, frankly, I don't think they're really... I mean, they're going to be pitted against each other, but in the end, talking about it beforehand shouldn't give either one or the other a big advantage. So why not help the other person out, before they get in? Add Kemi to that mix maybe on tomorrow. Expecting an endurance competition on Thursday. That's my guess. Haven't heard anything official, but that's just my guess. I think that's about it. I still showmances. Jackson and Holly have been kind of haven't heard a whole lot. Jackson's ankle is still kind of hurting him. Annalise and Jack are, I think they're still an item, although Annalise, I don't think she's very happy. I don't know. How do I feel bad for her? She's the one who decided to, she went back up to his room the second night, so she may be mad that she doesn't think Jack is fully invested in her, but stop going to him because he's not going to suddenly change his mind, I don't think, but whatever. Women. Okay. Is that about it? I think that is about it. So, there you go. There's what's up with Big Brother this morning. Today, I don't expect a whole lot to go on, but then again, who knows? They are scrambling a little bit and running around, and maybe Christy will be listening outside Cliff's door, and maybe Bella will spill some more secrets. I mean, she's got a new alliance to tell people about, so maybe she'll do that. What else? Love Island premiered last night. Now, Love Island has a UK version that has 5 seasons. It's on Hulu, because I looked it up last night, and I did watch season 4, at least the first, probably 15 episodes of season 4, maybe not that many. I don't know. I didn't make it all the way through, I know that, but I did watch it. It's interesting, it's okay, but it's not really I'd say I'm not into a showman's kind of a TV show, and then I'm watching Big Brother this season. Who knows? But I don't need another one. So I watched the U.S. version 90-minute premiere last night. It's okay. I'm not going to probably tune in tonight, I'm guessing. They do a ton of recapping. I mean, every commercial break they recap it, and they recap it, and they recap it. So why don't I just wait and watch it, on the Friday and watch the recap, and it'll get me caught up. Just not sure if I'm going to tune in, and it's 8 o'clock on tomorrow night, or tonight, tomorrow night, before Big Brother. They know what they're doing, I suppose. They're the execs, the TV execs, but to me, a better lead-in would be to have Big Brother first leading into Love Island. I'm not going to go out of my way to turn on the TV an hour early to watch Love Island and then watch Big Brother afterwards. What it means to me is, good, I don't have to worry about Big Brother until 9 o'clock at night now, this week. So, it's only a 4-week show. There's no way it's going to get canceled. They will ride that puppy out, even if it stinks to high heaven, would be my guess. And I don't think it will stink to high heaven, and it may get a lot of viewers. And some people thought, here's the replacement for Big Brother, but it's only 4 weeks. So, yep. All right, so that is what is up with Love Island. I am meh. That's where I'm at. Finally, monetization. What does that mean, Mike? Well, I'm sure most of you know, but what I'm talking about is making money. I have been, air quotes, making money off of Big Brother since about season 4. Season 4 or season 5 is when I became an affiliate for CBS. And had websites, and I had banners, I had Amazon, and I had Commission Junction as far as making money on websites. I don't make money on Commission Junction or Amazon really anymore. Even though I have links, I don't see any revenue off of it. I just need to clean up all that stuff and get rid of it in the few places it still is hanging out. Really, the only places I am making money at this point would be the people that subscribe via Patreon. And thank you. There's a Matt that subscribed yesterday to my Big Brother CarCast Patreon account, so appreciate that. And we've got a couple people have signed up. A few more people since last weekend have signed up to be a Big Brother Gossip podcast supporter, so we appreciate that. So there's one place, and that is basically a subscription base where people volunteer to give you money either per month or per episode. My model for this CarCast is a per month kind of a thing. Doesn't matter how much I do or how little I do. At the end of the month, everybody gets a little cha-ching, and you get an email saying, "Oh, you've been billed." That's just the way I do it. Our Big Brother Gossip Show Patreon is really it's a per podcast. But we know how many we do. We do one every Saturday. We're going to do about 15 this season. That's about what we do. And so people can kind of figure out what it's going to cost them and make that decision how much they want to give per episode. Whereas I'm too willy-nilly and I do an awful lot. I would not dream of charging $1 for every one of these I do. That would be ridiculous. But I do 5 or more every week. And I've been doing it now for... Actually, I just got the anniversary of being a patron just today. So it was a year ago today or so that I created my Patreon for my CarCast. And then the other thing that I did just recently... as well as being an affiliate for the live feeds, still do that. The revenue stream on that is real low, though. It just doesn't make very much money. Just because it's very. I mean, when I'm not going to get exact dollar amounts, but it does. I don't make near as much money as I used to. The numbers are way down, and you've seen if you pay attention. Most affiliates say that, and it's like, yeah, we don't make that kind of money anymore. It just doesn't happen. Finally, Spreaker is one that I added just back in January. Spreaker is the platform that I use for creating this content right here, and the company takes care of getting it out to all the podcasting places, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher. It does all of that for me. I just set up very basics on Spreaker's website, and it takes care of the rest. I pay $50 a year for that service. It gives me 45 minutes per session at most, and 100 hours of content total. And what that means is that I only have 100. I think I'm just hitting that limit at this point since I stopped downloading my content, my backing up. But so I only have 100 hours of content. After that, the oldest stuff drops off the face of the earth and goes away. So you can only go back and listen to 100 hours worth of me talking to myself about stuff. Sorry. On total shows, I have 2 different podcasts. I have this one, and I have what I call Mike's mainly non-Big Brother CarCast. It's a really catchy title. But I only have like 34 episodes of that. Now, granted, those will go away too. Wow, I didn't think about that. I need to download those. I need to go grab my Cuba discussions, because I want that actually. Ooh, boy, I got to think about that. I did 14 episodes where I talked about, when I talked about going to Cuba. So, anyways, I've got those through Spreaker, Spreaker. It is, as again, $50, and in January I turn on the option to monetize it, which means at the end of this, you'll hear a couple of commercials if you stay around long enough. I get paid for those commercials based on how many people stay and listen to them. It's at the end. You can put them in different places, but I said, no, just put it at the end. That way, if people don't want to, they just hit fast forward. If people want to, great. And I've said several times, if someone said that's really annoying and I hate that, I would probably shut it off. But no one's ever complained. They say, hey, whatever. So I have left it. And right as of within the past couple of days, the last I look, I think I'm like at $110 that it's made since January. To make that make sense, maybe $1 a day. Since I haven't done every podcast every day, I've probably done, roughly 100, maybe since the beginning of the year. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit more now, but I get anywhere from 200, 250, 300, 400, 500 downloads per episode over the course of a few days. So this episode right here, probably 400 to 500 people will listen to it, at least the way the statistics show. So that's a number for you. Doesn't mean they listen to the entire thing. It just shows downloads. It shows me how many people listen via Spreaker's website, and then it also shows downloads. And I believe downloads means people that listen through iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. So that's some numbers. I mean, if you have something that you're passionate about and that you really like, you could, go to Spreaker and start talking about it. Now, will it catch on right away? Probably not. You have to establish a presence. You have to just do a lot of it. I got into talking about Big Brother. When I first did it, I know I had very little people, but eventually, if you keep, making more stuff, if you do a fairly decent job of it, people will start to pay attention to it. And that's how you grow an audience. And you just keep doing it. Just know at the very beginning, you're probably going to be talking to yourself a lot. And just have to hope that whatever you have to say is interesting enough that it catches on. Okay, I'm sitting in my car at work. I got to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. And we'll talk to you later. All right? Bye-bye.